events designed to bring residents together. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Mayor Paul Medany of Deptford. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Jill.
You have a wide variety of community events. Some are through the township, some are through nonprofit organizations. But let's talk a little bit about your summer barbecues. You recently concluded this series. What was the purpose of these barbecues and what happened there?
One of the main purposes is for the administration and township council to get out and meet residents, because it's very difficult to get to the township building. It's difficult to get to council meetings. It's difficult to meet us one-on-one and ask us questions and tell us your concerns. So that's really one of the main reasons. And plus it gets everyone together. They're just fantastic events.
And you've held these throughout the community in different neighborhoods.
We do. We try to hit all the different neighborhoods in Deptford Township. Of course, we're not going to hit them all in one year. So every year we try to get to different places. Some of the bigger neighborhoods we fit 2 and 3 times. Some of the smaller ones we're still getting to, but eventually we're going to get to everybody.
And with these events, you say it's an opportunity to share a hot dog with your neighbors, get together with council, express opinions and ideas, but also maybe meet your neighbors.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. Like the one we just had, there were people that got together, and I walk through the crowd, as does Township Council, and there's people who haven't seen each other for 20 and 30 years. We actually have people who come back who've moved out of town or moved out of state to come to these things.
In addition to those, you look for volunteers to get involved with the community in many different ways, whether it's a board or with nonprofit organizations. Talk to us a little bit about that and what that means for building a community.
Well, the volunteerism thing is real big in Deptford Township, and people always relate that to sports organizations, because we literally have sometimes thousands of coaches. There's thousands of kids in the programs, and there's hundreds of coaches that coach them. But also volunteers are spread throughout the community. People forget that, like planning and zoning boards are volunteerism, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, they're all volunteers, men and women, who run these organizations. And they're important for the fabric of the community, because one thing they do is they bring families together, children together, moms and dads get to meet people. It's all good for the community.
In addition to volunteering and the idea of bringing people together and supporting kids organizations and other programs, you say that by people coming out, paying attention to what's happening in the community, it can actually add to our property value?
It can, and we firmly believe that, because what happens is the community becomes knit together. People start watching out for each other, and it's little things that add up. They start having town watches. They look for vacant properties. They start calling up and they go, hey, you know, there's a vacant property, I need the grass cut. Well, when that stuff gets maintained, or they say, hey, I need my road paved, you know, and we listen to all that. We can't do everything, but we listen. And what happens is all of a sudden neighborhoods start cleaning up, litter starts getting picked up, and property values increase. It all falls down like that.
And we talked about some of these volunteer opportunities, but you also have a strong senior program, you have sports programs, civic programs, the library, many different ways to get involved, including that town watch. And then you also have things like a balloon contest and a toy drive, ways to bring neighbors together.
We do. The balloon contest, Deptford Township's the site of the first balloon landing in the country. It's a really historical event. So we started a coloring contest for all the kids in school. And we literally had, at the last contest, we had 700 people there. And we included all the kids, and they all drew the balloon. And it's just, not only is it fun, but again, it brings the community together. It gives people a chance to meet each other, to meet us. And that's what it's all about, like who's who in town.
And we just have a short time left, but we talked about the idea of this adding to our property value and our quality of life, but it can also add to our security if you know your neighbors and they're watching out for you.
There you go. That's absolutely correct. As long as everybody keeps an eye out for each other, things become better.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
We've been talking with Mayor Paul Medany of Deptford. I'm Jill Horner for Comcast Newsmakers.